Hello, my beautiful collective. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dee. If you're returning, welcome back. Glad to have you back. Today will be a general divine love reading, which means I focus on divine counterparts, higher level frequency soulmates. So if that's what you're looking for, this is the reading for you. All my readings are timeless. It can be past, present, or future energy. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you feel called to book a personal with me, all that information is in the description box below, okay? Can't remember if I cut to that, so I'm gonna do it again. I felt like I was feeling third-party energy, but I feel like Spirit is trying to tell me something else, so I'm just gonna pull cards this time. I know I usually have like a download that I say at the beginning of the readings, but I want to say it's third-party, but I feel like there's something else, so I'm just gonna start pulling. Okay, it probably has something to do with your emotions. We have the High Priestess of Water. You can have heavy water placements, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but I'm just going to start pulling and see what Spirit says, because I want to make sure that I'm reading this right. Thank you. Alright, so we have the fledgling number 1. We have High Priestess of Fire, so we can have heavy fire placements, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And then we have Focus, number 17. Have Grove, number 21. Then we have Lust, number 24. And then we have Meditation on the bottom. I'm getting energy of like being more grounded. Like, don't let passion drive you. Like, and this doesn't, just because lust is there doesn't mean it has to be anything sexual in nature. It can be, but don't let shiny new objects distract you from your purpose, your goal, or what you're trying to obtain in this connection if you aren't in union yet. Please give me some nice messages. Because they're the right kind of card. Or the highest good. Thank you. Have the Ten of Pentacles in your energy. The King of Cups reverse in their energy. The Two of Swords and the energy of the relationship. Nine of Wands. How to keep you guys closer together. The potential is Nine of Pentacles. We have the Wheel of Fortune reverse. That's the overall energy. Strength, Leo energy, heavy on the fixed signs, especially with Leo and Aquarius here with the Star reverse. The Two of Swords, not Two of Swords, Two of Wands, the Two of Cups, so we have a lot of twos here, and then the High Priestess Pisces energy. The Moon on the Brig, Cancer Pisces energy. So, and I've been getting this all like in all the energies that I've been doing, like very pivotal, very important situations that everyone is going through right now. But it seems like with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it could be the third party energy that I was feeling. You guys are going through a karmic lesson right now, whether you're in union or not. And it feels like I see this as your energy, but take whatever size resonates with you more. Yours is more 3D. And theirs is definitely emotion, because remember I said I saw the High Priestess of Water, so theirs is definitely emotion and getting that in check, but there's something off balance. There's something karmic happening right now. So let's just start clarifying. Spirit, please clarify the Ten of Pentacles and the collective's energy, please. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles, thank you. The Lovers, Gemini energy, the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Star reverse, The Empress, Taurus energy, the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups reverse, and they have the King of Cups reverse. The Nine of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. The Devil, Capricorn energy. I feel like for you, that right now, how do I put this into words? It feels like what you are focusing on, how do I put this into words? It feels like you feel like you are nurturing and caring for yourself, but at this same time you're out of alignment somehow. There's a more, because we saw the High Priestess, so there's a more spiritual aspect to it that you need to focus on, and it feels like you're focusing on the more 3D aspect of it, like probably trying to make sure your money is in check, make sure like everything at work is okay, make sure your house is in order, make sure all bills are paid and stuff like that. There's an aspect here of you not giving to yourself with the Lovers in the reverse. You're not nurturing yourself, you're not caring for you, and it feels like it's an old way that you used to do things. And I feel like you're stressed out because it's like you're stressed out, but you don't understand why you're stressed out. And it's an unhealthy habit of yours with the Devil there. It's an unhealthy habit that you have reverted back to. So you could be very hyper focused on, chasing the bag or whatever like that. Like just get into the money, get into the coin. You're very like, it feels like you want to be in a specific place, before you get into a relationship, like you want to be very stable, and that's totally fine. But there's an aspect here that you're forgetting within yourself. Spirit is saying slow down, like slow and steady wins the race. You have to find that balance and within your feminine and masculine energy where you nurture and care for yourself, but also handle business and stand your ground. That's what I'm getting for you. But there's like a hyper focus on the material right now. Spirit is saying it's out of alignment for you. It's delaying your manifestations, is delaying this coming into union. There's an energy of surrendering, like, yes, you are the Empress, yes, go do what you got to do, but for your cup to come in, there's a balance that you have to make for you, for your end, for your happiness to come in. Nine of Pentacles, you have to, it feels like an energy that you reverted back to. So it feels like you had that balance before. Like you had that balance of like your 3D and your spiritual. Say that you have like heavy water placements and heavy earth placements. Like I'm a Pisces, my sister's side is Virgo. So it's like kind of bringing both of those energies into balance, like the spiritual, the ethereal, and then the practical. And my girl Elisa was saying that for a minute, like during like Pisces and Virgo season last year, and earlier this year. So because we haven't hit Virgo season yet at the time of this reading, but it feels like bringing that balance in for you because you reverted back to an old way. It feels like you hyper focusing on the 3D and not taking care of yourself spiritually is what I'm getting for what you have reverted back to, into something karmic, with the Wheel of Fortune being the overall energy. I hope that makes sense. Your person's energy, they have the King of Cups reversed. Let's clarify that, Spirit, please. Thank you. Look, and they got the Ten of Pentacles reversed. The Empress, the King of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune upright, the Eight of Swords, Judgment, Six of Wands, Justice, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Chariot reverse, Cancer energy, the Five of Swords. You know what I'm getting now that I pulled their side? It's giving an energy, and I got this like months ago for some of you, and like I said, all my readings are timeless, so they will intertwine from time to time. It feels like soul recognition. It feels like possibly meeting in the 3D and getting triggered and you might not have like seen them. Like I feel like they saw you before, like they saw you before you saw them type situation. I feel like there was some form of soul recognition. You guys were in the same room, same event, something. You might have even briefly talked to each other, and it triggered something within you. And instead of like bringing balance in, it brought some type of anxiety. And I feel like you, yeah, bringing on the devil again. They felt lesser than you. Like they see you as the empress, and then they themselves see them as king of wands. It is a king, but for some of you, y'all had soul recognition and it was triggering. And like I'm getting runner chaser type energy. I'm getting very like twin flame meat energy with that, but only take that if it resonates for you. But for some of you, for some of like this side, there was soul recognition, and there was the energy of reverting back to old habits, taking that energy away, going in ego again with the king of wands. So instead of moving forward and being like, oh, this is my empress, this is my person, this is my counterpart, they were like, but I don't know if I'm enough, I don't know if I have the love, I don't know if I have enough to give. So you get into that repetitive unhealthy mental cycle, right? And then not making a decision with the judgment in the reverse is a decision. A lot of ego was here. A lot of running away was here. Yeah, unhealthy habits got revert back to. That's why lust is there. And it was like they might be hyper focused on like having fun or something, and you're hyper focused on like getting your stability together, working a lot, maybe like workaholic type energy. Like you're trying to make sure you're stable, and they are like ignoring their feelings and running away from you, and not worried about like bringing that balance in, that practicality, that stability, that abundance. They're not worried about that right now. I feel like it's the energy of like every time they go out, they see you, they're reminded of you, they're reminded of like the interaction that you might have had with them. And instead of like, say you guys talked briefly and you added each other on social media, and then they're like, I should DM the collective, and then they run back to like playboy energy, or not wanting love, or not wanting that 10 of pentacles. Versus you want that 10 of pentacles, but you're focusing on not the emotional side of it, but the practical side of it. And so you're, like I said, you're chasing the money, you're going towards the money, and they are going towards like having fun right now. And so it's funny how you guys are viewing this situation differently. Like you're like, if I grow more abundance, if I grow more material, then I'll be ready for my person. And this person's like, the collective is perfect, but I can't, I'm not ready, I can't do it, so I'm gonna run away. And it's crazy how the energies came out like that. That's probably why I was like, I can't pinpoint this, I had to start pulling cards, because I couldn't really like get it. Like they tell themselves they're ready to move forward, and then at the same time they run away. Or maybe they think that you are so focused that you're not ready, so they said that they're just gonna keep having fun and doing them, even though they know that a new chapter is coming. It could be either one of those energies. And the energy of the relationship, we have the Two of Swords. Clarify that for me, Spirit. The Five of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Two of Swords, clarifying the Two of Swords. The Hangman, Pisces energy, the Ten of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Tower, Temperance. Yeah, change has to come. We have Scorpio energy and Sagittarius energy here. Something has to change along with Pisces. Yeah, the full Aries energy for this to come in for you guys. It's like, for you, in my opinion, it feels like putting yourself back out there and not focusing so much on just like I said, the material, focusing so much on work, focusing so much on making sure you have the house and the car and stuff like that. This is you, about you getting back in touch, because there feels like there's a disconnect. Like when I first started reading this energy before, you guys were very connected in like the 5D. You guys had a lot of telepathic conversations and stuff, and I just feel like there's a disconnect here. And I feel like this side, your person's side, I feel like they have recognition. I feel that they saw you and they really believe that you're their person, and they know that you're their person. And then you were so hyper focused on, like, say this was a conference, a work conference or something, and you went out of town or whatever, and they probably tried to flirt with you and you weren't giving them any place, so they might think that you want to be single, and you had this soul recognition and you got triggered into going backwards. And for others of you, you know, they saw you as it, but then they got scared and put their emotions back in and went back into like playboy, playgirl energy, even though the wheel is trying to turn, even though spirit is trying to get this out of delay. There was something there, and spirit is saying it's time to get out of it. You guys have to work through whatever anxiety or indecisions that you have. You have to change your perspective with the Hangman. Like, there's a conflict within the energy, and it feels like just balancing your spiritual stuff out in the best way that you can. So yeah, this new beginning can come in with the Fool. There's still some healing and recovery that needs to be transformed. There's still a delay here until balance comes in with Temperance. And how to bring you guys closer together, we have the Nine of Wands. Have the Eight of Cups. Ace of Wands reverse. The Page of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Hermit, the Queen of Wands, Judgment, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Swords, and the Three of Swords. You can't be afraid to possibly get hurt, because like I said, they reverted back into themselves. You focus on the material. Spirit is saying you have to walk away from that, because there's no growth in that. There's nothing coming from it. Like, you guys are you guys think you're doing what needs to be done, especially you collective, if you resonate with this side. But like, you think you're doing what you need to do for your counterpart to come in, and spirit is like, no, you have to change your perspective on it, because have been focusing on the wrong things. You and I say this all the time, especially when I do these readings, you have to have union with self first. You have to balance your masculine energy, you have to balance your feminine energy. And a lot of us think that we're balanced, and a lot of the time we're not. There's still things that we hyper focus on, need to heal from, but you have to balance. And I've been saying this, I feel like in every reading, you have to balance that masculine side where you are grounded, where you make the tough decisions, where you stand up for yourself, where you provide for yourself. And you have to do the feminine, where you nourish yourself, have compassion, have empathy, knowing that you don't have to want for nothing, you manifest, and you know, all the good things that come with the feminine energy. And it's just like, for this love to come in, you have to really reflect, okay? Because you both are coming from like a King and Queen of Wands energy, which is very fiery, very passionate, very go-getter, but there still needs to be some type of balance there. And I'm just like, there's a certain way that you do things, there's a certain way that you think that you're manifesting this to come into union, that's not working, and you have to walk away from it. You have to walk away from it. It's like a hyper focus type thing. They are just like kind of scared of you. You're just hyper focused on a specific way into trying to get this to come into fruition, and it's not working. It's causing a delay. They are like, I want this, I want to go towards this, you are my empress. And then they're like, but am I ready for it? Can I love this person? Can I open myself up? Am I ready for that end all be all? And then they're like, I don't know. They're Empress and I'm a King of Wands. They feel like y'all are not meshing together. I just feel like a lot of you guys like met, and it just, in spirit, was just like, nah, it's not time yet. But somehow, some way, you guys came into close proximity of each other. It could have even been like a really vivid dream. It might not even been in a 3D. And the potential, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Jesus. Spirit, please clarify that for me. 9 of Pentacles. We have the World. 7 of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Ace of Swords, the 3 of Cups, the Fool, the Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, the Moon, and Strength, the Queen of Cups. You're going to realize that you're not as open as you thought you were. You're going to realize that, yeah, I was really focusing on my independence. I was really focusing on nurturing myself. And you're in when I say that, I mean in the unhealthy way, in the karmic way. Okay? And it's like this old way can't stand. I can't be in this old way anymore. I have to really pay attention, really be vigilant, open my eyes, clear my mind, so I could get union to come in with the 3 of Cups. So I get this new beginning. No more delays with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse and the Page of Wands. You know what needs to be done now with the Moon in the reverse. Okay, you realize that your heart was not open in the way you thought it was going to be. And you have to have some type of release 4 Pentacles in the reverse. So it's about having that healthy independence and nurturing independence, but not the way of the past. You do get clarity. The both of you do. But I'm more so feeling this as you right now. I feel like with the masculine, if you guys did meet in the 3D, or if it was more like 5D dreaming type situation, they like you. But you didn't see it. Like, you weren't paying attention. You were just too hyper focused on work or something in the 3D. But they like you. But they think that they gotta stand back right now because you weren't seeing them at the moment because of what you were hyper focused on. Is what I'm getting. It could even been the first date where all you did was talk about work. Because maybe that's all you do. Maybe you just work all the time. Work, sleep, and that's all you did. And they were just like, maybe they don't have time for a relationship, so I'm going to start or keep dating around, you know? Advice for the collective. Advice. But you're going to wake up and see. You're going to see. You're going to get some type of sign from Spirit that you weren't necessarily paying attention to before. The Page of Swords, the 9 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, the King of Wands, Justice, the King of Pentacles, the Tower, the 9 of Swords, the Hangman, and the Queen of Swords. The 10 of Pentacles. There's still some things for you to learn, okay? It feels like everything is out in the open. The masks are off with the 7 of Swords in reverse, and you're really reflecting right now. That you know that you're not going to give this offer because there's still some imbalance here. There's still some instability where things can't grow, where things can't change, but you're starting to release it. Okay, you realize that there's like some stagnant energy there, but there's still some type of like old way of doing things that's coming from an old hurt place, coming from ego that needs to be addressed. It could be childhood wounds with the 6 of Cups, but everything is out in the open. I just feel like right now you're still learning. There's no love offer. There's nothing like happening. There's a standstill. There's a delay right now because there's still something that needs to be looked at before this could come in, but you're going to see it. With the Queen, and we saw the Queen of Swords twice just now, but with the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords, you're going to have some type of epiphany moment here. Advice for the collective. Thank you. We have after the ring, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy is over, acceptance. After the Rain is the first oracle in this book. Page 56. Those numbers could be important to you. There's something very special and sacred about the moment after it stops raining. The atmosphere has released all that it is holding, and in turn, the earth has been cleansed, replenished, nourished. It's a similar feeling to the moment after we stop crying. As those salty, healing waterfalls, they activate... Why can't I think of how to say this word right now? Okay. They activate oxytocin and endorphins, which create a shift in how we feel. What was once overwhelming now seems possible. And while we may not know it consciously, noticeably growth will soon follow. After the Rain is all about hope, healing, beginnings, and endings. Emotions are soothed. Broken hearts are on the mend. Times of trial are over. Mercy can be felt. There's a moment of relief. A new encouraging silver lining can now be made out in the distance. What's been challenging and difficult has or is about to ease up. If you've been going through a challenging time, this card is here to reassure you that things are about to ease. You've been through the worst of it, and now hope is here. The past weeks, months, or even years haven't been straightforward. They've likely asked you to dig deep and endure hardships that have tested you. But now, at long last, there are smooth seas ahead. What you've learned and how you've grown can never be taken from you. And now it's time to enjoy the warmth of the blessings that life has in store for you. Glorious new beginnings are possible now. What are you ready to release? And I'm telling you, it's those old habits. I feel like you guys are like so close, and I know I say that a lot, but we are all on different timelines in our journey. But like I said, you're gonna have some epiphany moment. You're gonna have a new beginning here, where like fresh new eyes, and it could be when your person comes back in, they're gonna see that, okay, I might have had the collective wrong. Because this is the most 3D energy I've felt from you guys while doing this readings. Like, I felt this before, but it was still very much 5D energy. But this is the most 3D I felt like you guys had some type of soul recognition. You might have went on a first date, or you might have ran into each other. Maybe they came up to you and said that they thought you were beautiful, or just give you a compliment, whatever the case may be. But there was an old habit that you reverted back into in this instance, like maybe on the first date or something like that, or maybe just like in general, you thinking like, oh, I'm not ready yet, oh, it's not time, I have to focus on this before this comes in. You could have what you want while you're healing, as long as you're working on yourself, as long as you're working on how to balance your feminine and masculine energy, and you are starting to come into union. This could come in before you know it, as you're doing that. This union could come in as you're doing that. We all could have the things that we manifest and the things that we want as we're healing, as long as we acknowledge like our unhealthy habits and change them and transmute them into something positive. And that's what I'm getting. It's like a mirroring energy a little bit, but like at the same time it feels just like so different. And look, the second bloom, a second chance is never too late, new possibilities. So this, if you guys did meet in the 3D, it will come back around. And if you weren't sure if this person was your person, it's gonna come back around. Advice for the collective, advice. Expect powerful change. Adjustments are required. Don't let pride get in your way. Look at the bigger picture. Sag energy, also Leo energy there. You are good enough. Virgo energy and balanced spirituality and practicality. Pisces energy. Have faith in your dreams on the bottom. Advice for the collective. Advice. You have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. We have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Children, your love life is being affected by children. True love, this is a romance of a lifetime. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. On the bottom we have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So this could be connecting to your inner child too. Like I said, there might be something there, and why you could be like have parents who worked so much, so you get into the habit of focusing on that you forget to nourish yourself and take care of yourself. Like maybe this person asked you on a date and you said, no, I'm too busy, I gotta work. You never know. You never know. But there was something about destiny being delayed here. Like I feel like you guys like didn't give your person a real chance, and then they kind of like were like, ooh, well, maybe I should stay single for right now. And it could be the other way around. Maybe you approached them and they said that they weren't ready, that they work too much, or this is about work, I'm not here for that, you know, something. Advice for the collective. We have light beings, and then we have inward revolution. And this is giving like Starseed energy, like you guys have spent so many lifetimes together. For me, like I told you guys that your connection is very 5D, that you guys were so imbalanced and so deeply connected. I feel like there's something there that needs to be visited again, like meditating. I feel like you might start having a bunch of dreams again and all that stuff. But there's something there. There's something there with that. You guys have always been very high frequency, like in the stars whenever I read for you. Advice for the collective. Have decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. I know some of you met in the 3D recently. Leap of faith. Is safe to make the move you're considering. We have obstacles. Unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. I'm telling you, there's something there with that. Intuition. You already know the answer you seek. Abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. And then we have longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. And then unavailable. This person is unable to give you. And I feel like your person feels this way. They feel like you're unavailable. I feel like you turned them down. But there's some part of you, collective, and like I said, take whatever side resonates with you. There's some part of you that just like subconsciously blocked this because you were so hyper focused on 3D things. And I break on trust. It is safe to trust in the situation. And even it says your soulmate might differ from your usual type, so maybe you just like didn't think that this person was it, like for real, and they pretty much were. So if someone asked you out on a date, or you felt like someone was flirting with you in some instance, and you use work or something very 3D, very mundane as an excuse not to go out with this person, Spirit was like, girl or boy, they, them, however you resonate, I put this out to you and you set it back. Advice for the collective. Advice. Thank you. Bounteous. We get this card a lot when I do the love readings. Generously given, relationships coming together. Number 72. That number could be important to you. When water is present, life is present. It's a gift offered to us through us, generously offered, bountifully given. We're beginning to wake up to this precious substance we have in our lives and never take it for granted. Clean running water is a privilege that many in the West fail to appreciate, and it's one that many around the world go without. This card encourages you to appreciate the gifts, bounty, opportunities, and privileges that are in your life, to embrace what you need, but also be generous to others who might not have what you have, to acknowledge and receive the abundance around you, but also share it. to appreciate the simple things in your life like running water. Don't hoard what you don't need. Share the plenty that surrounds you and watch as it swells and grows. Move from competition to collaboration. Rewrite the script of me against you. Welcome the wellspring that internally bubbles up from deep within. Share what you love freely. So often, life is that much more enjoyable when it's shared with others. Where water is, life thrives. Where water flows, things are much more alive. Don't hoard or stagnate. Welcome mutual changes. Share what you've been blessed with and watch as everything around you and within you becomes more and more alive. How can you appreciate the bounty that's always around you? That's already around you. How can you be more generous in your life? I feel like Spirit is like saying, I just feel like if you guys went on a first date with this person, they were very, very considerate. I felt like they were just like everything that you asked for, but in a way you were distracted. So they like hid within themselves. Like, I feel like they held their emotions back a lot because it just didn't seem like you were ready yet. And I think you were distracted. I don't even know if a lot of you like went on a date. It could have just been like a really small encounter. Like I said, like I feel like if you guys did go on a date, only very few of you actually did. But some of you had some type of interaction with this person where they probably wanted to ask you out, but you made it seem like you didn't want to be asked out. I hope that makes sense. It's just like there was some type of block that you put up with this. And I feel like Spirit was giving you the opportunity, probably like a small test, and you didn't pass. Advice for the collective. Thank you. We have trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. A lot of purple falling out right now. Have acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. We have failure. I understand that a mistake is only the opportunity to learn. Have purpose. I know what I'm here to do. Have envy. I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. We have surrender. I can release my need to control, and then we have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. On the bottom we have honesty. I can't always accept the truth from others, but I can accept it from myself. I just feel like, because I got this before from you guys, like there was energies around you that were like getting engaged, getting married, having kids, and you felt like you were like the last one there. And it could be an energy of that still lingering, but you're growing from that, like you're acknowledging that. I feel like this was a quote-unquote failure, but for me it's more of a delay. Like you just didn't see it clearly at the time because you were hyper focused on something else. So it might feel like a failure. Like you might feel like, oh, what did I do after watching this reading? But my ear rung a little bit. But that's okay, because like I said, you're going to have an epiphany moment. You're going to realize like, oh, that person was trying to ask me out, or that person seemed interested and they were kind of cute, and or we had some things in common and it went over my head, type of situation is what I'm getting. The cards are flying everywhere today. Advice for the collective. Thank you. We have community in the reverse, number 8, and yang in the reverse, and look what's on the bottom, yin, the feminine energy. Almost there. You were almost there. And there might be some work on your masculine energy that needs to be done first before this comes in. That might be why you missed it. You were in an unhealthy part of your masculine energy, so when your actual masculine came in balance and saw you as the balanced feminine, it just was off kilter a little bit. Okay, community in the reverse. Beware of compromising your integrity in order to belong. How do you dim your light or change yourself so others will accept you in the group? Do you hide who you really are in order to play a role within the larger role? This will never fulfill you. Now it's a time to assess your willingness to be real. Stand tall. Be you. Authenticity is true self-expression and the only way to empower yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself and step into the role your heart tells you to take. Making yourself small bears too high of cost. I'm not going to say like you're dimming your light. I'm going to say that you were putting your energy into things that aren't truly fulfilling you, instead of putting your energy into things that bring you up, that bring you growth. And then again, it's number 1 in the reverse. Be mindful of the tendencies towards impulsive action, overconfidence, and aggressive behavior. Think before you act, lest you find yourself in a situation that will lead to uncomfortable consequences. Be sure you really want what you're chasing after, because you might be sorry when you get it. The appearance of this card isn't to cause fear, for life is all about learning lessons. Practice temperance, diplomacy, and thoughtfulness, consideration before making a move. And that's what I was saying. You were hyper focused on something. You were go. And an unhealthy part of your masculine energy, that when this balanced energy came towards you, you weren't even seeing it clearly. And it was like, oh damn, maybe the collective don't really want me. Like, no, don't feel me like that. Advice for the collective. So we have not the right time. Listen to your intuition. We have romance. Peaceful resolution. Improving health and forgiveness. On the bottom we have wait. So yeah, as you work through this, I feel like it's going to come back together. Affirmation of advice for the collective. Thank you for all your messages today. Affirmation of advice for the collective. What has been, and what will be, will be. I wonder if the ice cream truck is really loud. That's giving like there's some inner child work within your masculine energy that needs to be worked on with the ice cream truck coming through. I will measure today by how fully present I am on the bottom. I don't know. I feel like collective, there's something else that spirit wants me to like pull on. But I'm not sure. What is the spirit? What else do you want me to say to the collective before I go? What else do you want me to say to the collective before I go? The Page of Cups. The Devil. The Five of Pentacles. The Artist in the reverse. The Seven of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Four of Cups, Temperance, Six of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands. Spirit is saying like this had to happen this way for you to have that balance, for you to move forward, because there's still some old things with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse that you're focusing on that's causing a delay. Yeah, the Five of Wands, you got to get out of conflict with yourself or whatever this is. It could be an abandonment one with the Five of Pentacles and the Devil, but there's still some shadow work to be focused on, and you know what it is. You've been turning a blind eye to it for a little while now. And this could be about your passions, what drives you this lifetime, your soul purpose. But Spirit is saying this was delayed because you have some balance and energy that you have to do within yourself right now that you need to move on from. Because I feel like a lot of you guys are like beating yourself up if you did reject someone or you didn't see the signs or whatever because you were hyper focused on something else. I feel like you're beating yourself up because you're like, oh my gosh, did I really just show away my divine counterpart after watching this reading? It's not about like that, or that didn't even make sense. It's not about that really. It's just that for whatever reason you guys had to have this interaction, whether it was in the 3D, whether it was in your dreams, whatever the case may be. However this happened for you, because everybody's story is going to be different. However this happened for you, it was supposed to happen like that because there was supposed to be something that you had to acknowledge within yourself. There was something with the Ace of Swords that you had to get together within yourself first, and they had their own thing on their side. Like I said, they withdrew their emotions very quickly, And it could be that they needed to be more assertive in their emotions as they were coming towards you because of how like masculine you may have been appearing in the energy for yourself, is what I'm getting. Okay? So I guess Spirit just wanted to get that out there. Like, don't beat yourself up about it, okay? It was supposed to happen for a reason, and it's going to come back around when it's meant to, okay? Hope that helped. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you for being here and making it to the end of my readings. Like I said in the beginning, if you feel called to book a personal, all that information is in the description box below. You can email me if you have any questions. You guys stay safe. You guys stay blessed, and I will see you in the next reading.